Dillon Brooks is the only player in the NBA who refuses to bow down to LeBron James, and the league hates him for it. While everyone else treats LeBron like basketball royalty, Brooks treats him like just another guy on the court. And that attitude didn't just make him the most disliked player in the league, it nearly destroyed his career. But here's the twist nobody expected. Every team that tried to get rid of him fell apart, and every team that picked him up suddenly started winning. So how did the NBA's biggest villain flip the entire league upside down? For years, the NBA has operated under an unwritten rule. LeBron James sits at the top of the food chain, and everyone else falls in line. The chosen one tattoo, the crown celebration, the way defenders hesitate to even breathe on him, it all reinforces the idea that LeBron isn't just a superstar, he's basketball royalty. Most players treat him with the kind of respect you'd give a king, but Dillon Brooks never bought into any of that. From the moment he stepped on the court, he treated LeBron like just another matchup. Not a legend you're supposed to fear. And that attitude exploded in front of millions. Late in a tight game against the Lakers, Brooks drilled a massive go-ahead three, then immediately got hacked by LeBron on the next possession, the kind of contact that gets called every single time, unless the shooter isn't LeBron. Brooks got shoved, got no whistle, and then got tossed out of the game for bumping LeBron on the next play. 10 seconds later, LeBron barely gets touched, and suddenly, he gets the foul call. It was the perfect example of the star treatment Brooks always talked about, and the exact moment he doubled down on his stance. I don't bow down. But refusing to bow down came with a price. That moment didn't just spark a rivalry, it cemented Brooks as one of the most hated players in the league. And yet, somehow, that hate didn't break him, it fueled him. Because while everyone else saw a villain, Brooks saw an opportunity to expose the cracks in the NBA's hierarchy, and what happened next would flip his entire career upside down. Before Dillon Brooks became the NBA's favorite villain, he was something completely different, a quiet Canadian kid who dominated every gym he walked into. At his private school in Ontario, he wasn't just good, he was the star, the kind of player who made coaches whisper about his future before he even stepped on the court. His talent was so obvious that he ended up finishing high school at Findlay Prep, one of the most elite basketball programs in America. And even there, he stood out. College was no different. At Oregon, Brooks became a force strong, confident, and unafraid of the spotlight. Sure, he had that one infamous flop that went viral for all the wrong reasons, but it didn't change the fact that he was one of the toughest players in the Pac-12. Still, NBA scouts weren't convinced, they didn't see a future star, they didn't even see a guaranteed rotation player. So when draft night came, Brooks slipped all the way to the second round, a place where most careers fade before they even begin. But Brooks wasn't like most players. In his very first NBA game, he came off the bench and dropped 19 points in 29 minutes. No one expected it. Not the fans, not the analysts, not even the Grizzlies. It was the first sign that Dillon Brooks wasn't going to follow anyone else's script. He was going to write his own, and it was about to get a lot more chaotic. Because once Memphis drafted Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr., the team needed an identity, and Brooks found his role instantly. He wasn't the star, he wasn't the scorer. He was something else entirely, the spark, the edge, the guy who didn't care who he upset, and that attitude would soon turn him into the NBA's most unexpected villain. Memphis didn't just give Dillon Brooks a role, they gave him an identity. When Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. arrived, the Grizzlies needed someone who brought edge, toughness, and chaos. Brooks stepped into that instantly. He wasn't trying to be liked, and he didn't pretend otherwise. At team events, he'd stand alone, with sunglasses on, barely talking to anyone. That wasn't attitude, that was who he was. His first real target was LeBron James. While most players treat LeBron like royalty, Brooks treated him like any other matchup. He got under LeBron's skin so badly that even Shannon Sharpe stormed onto the court to defend him. Then Brooks dropped the line that went viral everywhere, "I poke bears." It turned him into the NBA's villain overnight. And when the Lakers eliminated Memphis, LeBron fired back with a cryptic tweet aimed directly at Brooks. Most players would have backed down. Brooks didn't. He went looking for the next superstar to irritate, and that's when the Draymond Green feud exploded.